UFC 300, Pereira versus Hill takes place in only a matter of hours, and I'm going to go through my last-minute detailed predictions and breakdown for the whole entire card, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. I'm not just going to give my predictions like I did earlier this week. I'm going to call each fight one by one, how it plays out, what's going to happen in these rounds, and I'm going to give my last-minute detailed predictions. And yeah, like what limb will be used for a KO blow, what the scorecards will be, if the scorecards are red, and like what submission will be used for a submission win type thing. We start with the early prelim opener of Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Now I get it. The 300k bonus thing is going to change some stuff, in my opinion. But I think all fighters still win. But I think it will be a little bit different. This is where I think it will pay off for Figueiredo. I think he's going to knock Cody Garbrandt out bad in the first round. Really easily as well. Like, I just think Cody Garbrandt, I think this will be really quick. Like, I think this will be at least a minute max. Or maybe 2 minutes. You know, I think this will be over quick. Yeah, I could just see Figueiredo just tagging him over the top of Garbrandt's jab and just putting him out. I just think Garbrandt's going to lose. And I think Garbrandt's going to get his legs chewed up while they're at range. And I think Garbrandt's just going to be standing there like he did against Kai Kara France. And I think he's going to eventually get caught, put down, and finished off with ground and pound. Maybe even a guillotine for Figueiredo. I wouldn't even mind. But I think he'll finish him off with ground and pound. Because he knows a 300k bonus there. He doesn't want to get a submission instead of a knockout. So I think he'll go for the TKO. And I think he'll finish off Cody Garbrandt in the first round. And I think he might get one. We'll see. We move on up the card. Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. I could see this being a very close... Let me think here. Does Miller finish him? Because he can be finished, Bobby Green. I'm going to go with decision for Jim Miller. I think he'll get the decision win over Bobby Green, but I think this will be very close. I'm going to go 29-28, Jim Miller. Scraping by the first 2 rounds, I'll say. And Bobby Green has a good third. Starts to do well. I could see Miller cracking him in the first. Probably dropping him, maybe I could see him dropping Bobby Green, hurting him bad, trying to go for it, but Green survives, gets back up to his feet. Shit! You know what, I'm going to go first round guillotine for Jim Miller. Fuck it. I think he'll get a first round guillotine. I think he'll hurt Bobby Green enough in the first round for right hand. And I think he'll get the guillotine. Go for it. Get the guillotine win. And I think Bobby Green's going to be flopping his arm, just flopping it. And I think he'll be like that. I think he'll be a very controversial stoppage where Bobby Green is in a guillotine. And I think he'll be shaking his arm. Referee stops it. Green freaks out like I was awake, and have a Robbie Lawler Ben Askren type finish to where it's a guillotine instead of a bulldog choke. And I can see it kind of having some controversy, but Miller would have gone anyways probably. I'm gonna go Miller first round guillotine. If they're cracking Bobby Green, either dropping him or rocking him on the feet enough to where he just gets a standing guillotine into a regular guillotine. So I'm going to go Miller getting a sub. Round 1. We move on up the card. Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. I'm going to go first round KO for Marina Rodriguez. I think Jessica Andrade is going to go out there, try to land these shots while looking at the floor, running in with shots, and I think Marina Rodriguez will take her for right counter, right pull counter. Dang. Down goes Andrade, and I think she'll finish her off on the ground reasonably quickly in this fight. We move on up the card. Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. I think this card might have all finishes. I will get to it, but still. Jalen Turner, I think, is going to put Renato Moicano out in the first round. I think Moicano's going to stand there. I think Turner's going to be chopping his legs. Moicano's going to be chopping back. Moicano's going to try to go in the body. Probably shoot a few takedowns. Doesn't get them. Turner separates back in the center. Lands a few front kicks. Moicano tries landing shots. Bink. Left hook from Turner. Puts away Moicano. And finishes him off with ground and pound in the first round. We move on up the card. Sadiq Youssef versus Diego Lopez. I think this will be another finish, man. I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for finish. I'm going to go for a finish for Diego Lopez in round... We'll go early round 2 finish for Diego Lopez. I think round 1, Sadiq's going to be doing really well. Having like this karate stance, like a Cejudo stance against Demetrius Johnson. I think Lopez will be chopping at his legs, moving around, jab, jab, 2, jab, jab, 2, 1, 2. And just kind of poking at Youssef, who tries to land head kicks here and there. Wheel kicks, I think he'll land as well. Trying to make it a bit of like a fun fight while being a bit patient. Like a fun fight while being like at a slow pace. And I think Sadiq's going to get his legs chewed up. I think Lopez might shoot for a few takedowns, doesn't get them. And I think towards the end, Lopez will shoot for a takedown. Youssef reverses it. Now he's on top. But then, in an armbar attempt towards the end of the round, gets the round for Diego Lopez. So 1-0 Diego Lopez going to the second round. Round 2, Lopez will try going for him. And I think Sadiq will try landing a shot. Counter right from Lopez. Puts down Sadiq and finishes him off on the ground with a guillotine, I'll say. So I'll go guillotine, round 2 for Diego Lopez. We move on, like a mounted guillotine or something. We move on up the card. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. I can see this being a very fucking boring fight. No offense, I'm not just saying, like, if this was, like, I can see it, like, being I'm not just saying this because they're women. I see this being a very boring fight and one of those stinkers on the card to where it's like, oh, fuck. We had lots of good fights, but now it's this. I'm going to go for Kayla Harrison, though. I think she's better than Holly Holm. And I think she's going to beat her. I think Holly Holm is going to lose round 1, get taken down. And, I think she'll lose round 1 by, losing on top control, getting taken down, and just being on bottom for the rest of the round, but it wasn't really nothing really went on, but Harrison won it because she was on top. 1-0 Kayla Harrison. I think she'll just get a single leg and dunk over Holly Holm. Round 2, I think Holm will start doing better on the feet, but then get taken down again. Harrison just works to, the back take. Doesn't really get a rear naked choke off, though. Holm defends well. 1-0, it's 2-0 Harrison. The commentary are absolutely... I'm not saying it. I caught myself there. The commentary is being absolutely stupid, let's just say. And saying this is a domination from Harrison. Round 3, Harrison's going to start to gas. And I think Holm's going to start to take over well. Do very good in round 3. And I'm going to give this a 29-28 decision win for Kayla Harrison. Doing more in the first 2 rounds with the top control. Whereas round 3, I could see her having a good end with a minute left with top control. Not enough. So I'm going to go 30-27, 29-28. Kayla Harrison, she gets the job done. We move on up the card. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to go Aljamain Sterling. And I think this will be another boring one. I think Sterling needs to play boring to win this one, to be honest with you. I think he's going to have to win. I think he'll win this one by a very controversial split decision. My take. I think people will say, Kattar should have won that, to be honest. Aljo's good, though, but Kattar should have won that fight or something like that. I think Kattar's going to lose. I think round 1, Aljamain Sterling's going to get the back. I think he'll get the single leg. I think Kattar then will be on one leg, gets out of the one leg thing, but trips, falls off balance towards the cage. Aljo jumps on the back. Gets the back, falls into the ground. Kattar's defending well, though, but Aljo's got his back. It's not looking good. Round 1 to Aljamain Sterling. Round 2, Aljo's gonna get fucking clipped on the chin. As he comes in again, like he did against O'Malley, trying to come in, bang, Kattar tags him, drops him, hurts him bad against the cage. I think then that we're gonna see Aljamain Sterling in a world of trouble, trying to survive, goes for a takedown, gets the takedown. He's recovered though, but Kattar won the round. Round 3, I think Aljamain Sterling is gonna get the back again. I think he'll get the single leg on Kattar, who maybe tries throwing a knee that's to the chest. Kattar gets it's towards the chest of Sterling, and Sterling dunks him down again, gets the back. Sterling's beaten up, maybe he has a swollen eye now. Kattar's gassing a little bit. Sterling lands shots towards the end, and I think it's gonna be a 29-28 decision win for Aljamain Sterling. Split decision, I'll say. Cause maybe one of the judges look at maybe one of the judges see one of the first or third round towards damage base. Maybe the third round where Sterling's kind of bleeding lots from his eye or something, and they just give that round to Kattar. But I think Sterling will get it done. Towards a lot of people say, oh shit, Kattar could have won that, but whatever. One of those close fights. Sterling gets the win though. 29-28. We move on up the card. Jiri Prochazka versus Alexander Rakic. Jiri wins. Yuri's got this. I think that Yuri's gonna go out there, and what does he win by? Oh, this is tough. He could finish Rakic, I get it, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish. I think he'll put away Rakic in a scrap, I'll say. I'll say this will be an absolute war. Jiri gets a late first round finish. I'll say Rakic is going out there early, staying patient, jabbing with Jiri. Jiri pressuring forward. Rakic starts chopping the legs. Jiri kind of jumps. A skip rope thing, kind of just jumps over the leg kick a little bit, and then he comes back down, lands a body shot, lands another shot to the chest, lands another shot to the head, and I think he'll be pressuring Rakic a lot, and Rakic doesn't have power in his hands, which is why I think Jiri wins this, to where Alex Pereira, he had to worry about that, and he still was looking very good and well against Alex Pereira in their fight. And I think Jiri is going to land shots. Rakic trying to land back. Rakic goes for a takedown. Gets it, but Jiri kind of scrambles his way out somehow. On top, slices open Rakic. Lands big shots again. Rakic kicks him off. They're back on the feet. And it's a scrap. They're both bloody now from Rakic's blood. And I think Jiri's going to land big shots to the body. Another big shot again. Rakic is feeling it. Body shot. I could see it being a Chad Mendes-Volkanovski type fight, where Volkanovski's just breaking him, pressuring him. Mendes doesn't like this, and Rakic goes down, and I think Jiri's gonna pour it on and get the finish. So let's go Jiri Prochazka. I think he gets this. I think he gets it done. We move on up the card. Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. Okay, how does Bo Nickel win this? Will he go for the ground this? Will he? I'm going to go KO in the first round for Bo Nickel. I remember the 200K bonus. Shit, I didn't even take that into consideration for these fights, other than the first one. I'm going to go for Bo Nickel, though. I think Brundage, knowing his only chance of winning is basically a KO punch, will go out there, try swinging for the punch, for the fences, going for it. Nickel's going to fake a takedown and land an uppercut from hell. And put away Brundage in the first round. I'm going to go for Bo Nickel. I think he'll get an uppercut in the first round. Kind of similar to the Johnson versus Teixeira. Just an uppercut. Just an uppercut. Bang. Puts him away. We move on up the card. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. I think Armin's going to panic here. Like, knowing this is UFC 300, Makhachev says he needs... I'm making a video. By the time you see this video, it's already out. But I'm pre-recording this. But this is post-face-offs. But yeah, you see... By the time you watch this, Makhachev video is out already. He's a bitch champ. Fuck him. But yeah. Bo Nickel. Not Bo Nickel, what the fuck? I think Armin's gonna panic. Armin's gonna panic knowing this. He could get a title shot if he wins. UFC 300 main card. The eyes are on him. I think he's facing Charles Oliveira, who beat Gaethje, Chandler, Poirier. Only lost to Makhachev in a fluke. I'll say it how it is. Fuck yourself. He clearly wasn't Charles Oliveira. He was fucking pussy Oliveira that night. It wasn't Charles Oliveira on that night. It was an off night, so it's a fluke. I think Oliveira is gonna get him in a guillotine in the first round. I think Oliveira's gonna go out there, front kick Armin in his chest. Armin's trying to land shots, leaves openings. I think Armin's gonna land a jab, right hook over the top, the temple, hurts Armin a little bit. Charles is after him. Armin tries landing back, but Armin's getting stunned with shots against the cage. Shoots for a takedown. Guillotine locked in for Oliveira. Taps out Armin. Gets his fucking title shot. And he gets his title back. And he'll get his title back against Makhachev. So I'm going to go for Oliveira. Gets the job done by sub. We move on. Up the card. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Here we go. I think Max has got this by 4th round TKO. And I think Max will be losing this fight. I think it will be 2-1 Gaethje going into the 4th. And I think Gaethje is going to win round 1. Chops at Holloway's legs. Holloway ignores them. Checks a few leg kicks here and there. Or just moves out the way of them. Lands jabs. But this is just... like the Jaws theme music here. Dun, dun. Gaethje doing well round 1. Round 2. Gaethje doing well again. Winning these rounds. I think he'll be chopping the legs, trying to jab. Closer round though, Holloway. Dun, dun. Closer round now for closer round here, but Gaethje gets it because he tagged Holloway or dropped it. Like, he tagged Holloway or cut him open a little bit. Round 3, Gaethje doing all right. Up 2-0 right now. Chopping the legs well. In a scrap, by the way. I think this will be an absolute war. And I think Holloway's going to start landing body shots towards the end. Dun, dun, dun. And he lands body shots, hurts Gaethje towards the end of the round. And I think he'll hurt Gaethje a little bit. And Holloway will win that round. And round 4 comes around. Dun, dun, dun. Holloway lands shots again. Holloway lands more shots again against the cage. I think Gaethje will be doing well scrapping, but I think then he'll get clipped. Land his 1-2. Miss. The second one probably Max will eat it, or either it misses or Max eats it. And lands the shot. Lands the 1-2 body shot. Head kick. Holloway pouring it on. It's over. BMF champion. Max Holloway gets it done. And he fucks up Gaethje and retires him. We move on at the card. Zhang Weili versus Yan Xiaonan. I'm going to go round 2 sub. Not sub. Round 2, I can just see a crucifix. Let me know if you agree. I can see just like a crucifix. TKO. Where Yan Xiaonan can't move. I think round 1, Yan Xiaonan will go out there. Do all right on the feet. Land shots where it's like, oh, good shot from Yan. I think Zhang will be doing well, but at the end of the round, I think Zhang's going to get a takedown, secure the round, win herself the round. 1-0 Zhang. Round 2, I can see Zhang taking her down again, getting her in a crucifix position, 90 elbows, cutting open Yan Xiaonan, and finishing her. Round 2, and still. We move on to the card. Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. I think Jamal Hill's gonna fucking shit himself in here, man. I think he's trying to hype himself up at the weigh-ins, trying to get in Pereira's face. I think he's trying to hype himself up. And I think it's just all gonna crumble, man. And I think he'll crumble as well. No pun intended. Round 1. I think Alex Pereira is gonna be chopping at his legs. Hill's trying to check, but he's just doing it at the wrong time. Like, Pereira does a feint. Hill lifts his leg, lifts it back down, leg kick from Alex. Just really make Hill bite on the feints lots. I think then he'll land a left hook to the body, land a jab, be schooling Alex. I think he'll be kind of like schooling Jamal Hill at range here. Hill can't really do much. He's panicking, doesn't really know what to do. Tries going in for a combination. Hill tags him, or Pereira tags him. Hill kind of gets stumbled and kind of like, shit, what the fuck do I do? I think Pereira is going to be landing shots on him, jabs to the body. Will a left hook come or a leg kick or what the fuck's going to come now? So Hill kind of shoots for a takedown towards the end, gets it stuffed, shots from Pereira against the cage. Hill tries landing the 1-2 towards the end of the round, cracks Pereira, but Pereira takes it this time, doesn't get stumbled or anything like that. And I think Pereira's going to win the round. 1-0 Alex Pereira, clear. Hill needs to change shit up. Round 2, I think Hill's going to try shooting for takedowns. It's getting stuffed. Hill starting to feel it now. Jabs to the body from Pereira. More big shots from Pereira. Leg kicks from Pereira will add up here, in my opinion. Hill can't really do much. It will be like Marlon Vera, Sean O'Malley in the first 2 rounds. Like, what the fuck do I do? And I think Hill will try to go in for a last combination. Like, what the fuck can I do now? I'm getting scolded. I can't get any takedowns. I can't land my shots. And I think he'll go in, try landing like a flying knee, head kick, trying to do something. And I think he'll leave himself open, put down, face planted with the left hook. And I think Pereira's going to land big shots and finish him off. So I'm going to go Alex Pereira, round 2 TKO. And I think he'll get it done. Not TKO, KO. I think he'll put Jamal Hill unconscious and get it done. And fight Ankalaev's bum ass next. Who he'll destroy, by the way. Or Yuri. Maybe we can run back the Yuri fight. Maybe, yeah. Or Rakic, if he wins. Maybe. And Rakic needs one more. Winner of Yuri maybe winner of Yuri Rakic. He can go fight Jan Blachowicz. That's what I think. Ankalaev gets Pereira after this. Like, subscribe, thank you for watching. Peace.